Hi, welcome to another episode of The Lord's Delight. Today, I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite characters in the Bible. The very first character that I want to talk about is Jonah, who is a pretty controversial character in the Bible, but there are a few reasons why I really like Jonah. He was a guy who did not hide what he felt in his insights from God. This is the first reason why I like him. Yes, you can call him a very petty character, but when he heard from God, he didn't want to go to Nineveh and he was running away to Tarshish. Even later on, when he actually went to Nineveh and the people repented, and after that he tells God, and after that he actually tells God also in the end, saying, "See, I knew you would forgive them. Why should I have gone and did this?" He's a guy who was very open to God. He didn't hide anything from him. I mean, come on, we all would have gone through moments like, God, that person is so bad. Why are they getting blessings? And why are you treating them that way? They are such wicked people. We would have had thoughts like that. But our God only looks at them and goes, like he said to Nineveh, these were people who didn't know a difference from their left hand and right hand. They were ignorant and his heart ached for them. But Jonah did not hide. Even though his feelings were petty, he didn't hide it from God. The second reason is he also did not hide from the people in the boat that he was at wrong. When they cast lots and it came in his name, he actually said, "I am a Hebrew and I fear the Lord, the God of heaven, who made the sea and the dry land." And when those people asked him, "What do we need to do that sea may quiet down?" boldly he says, "Pick me up and hurl me into the sea." This is the third point. See, when I do wrong personally and I see a disaster coming, I just fall at God's feet and weep and whatnot and expect him to, forgive me. I mean, being thrown into the sea in the middle of nowhere from a ship means sure death, and understanding where he was with God in order to spare the other people, he had such clarity. He was like, "Throw me in the sea." And I cannot think if I would be able to say something like that to spare people even if I am in the wrong. That kind of radical thinking he had for God. The fourth reason is, just read through Jonah chapter 2. You will understand what I'm talking about. This guy has been swallowed by a big fish, and from that belly he's praying, "I called you, Lord, in my distress, and you answered me." He ends the prayer saying, "With the voice of thanksgiving, I'll sacrifice to you." And salvation belongs to the Lord, and he has not been rescued. He is in the belly of the fish. To pray such verses from the belly of a fish is something, to me, is whenever I go through problems, or even any of us, when we are not yet rescued and we see no way out, can you imagine belly of a fish? And all I would have done is weeping, "Oh God, save me." But this guy says, "I called out to God in my distress and he heard me." And then salvation belongs to the Lord. And the final reason is, he felt so close to God, right? That is why he was able to tell God what he really thought in his heart and how bad the people of Nineveh were. And only with the people we are really close to, we open up and tell our true thoughts and opinions. And he must have had a really close relationship with God to open up and tell him what all he thought about the plans God had. But when given a second chance, even though he thought differently, he obeyed. And yes, he also has a lot of negatives, but these are the reasons that make me like Jonah. And also the story itself, the life of Jonah, this particular incident is listed in the Bible in the book of Jonah, shows me that my God is a God of second chances, which gives me hope, because even if I do behave like Jonah and run away, He's not going to give up on me. This is a God who converses, tries to talk and helps me understand. Jonah was like, "Oh Lord, these people are bad. They don't deserve to be saved," and all sorts of thoughts. But God actually converses with Jonah and talks about what is in his heart. So I think that is such a beautiful relationship that is showcased in this book, and that is why easily Jonah is one of my favorite characters in the Bible. And I am listing these characters characters in no particular order, okay? The next favorite character that I want to talk about is Shipra and Pua, and these two women characters occur in Exodus chapter 1 verses 15 to 20, and these are, I mean 21, these are the few verses that I see them mentioned. And these two women were Hebrew midwives, and the situation or the context here is the Israelites are slaves in Egypt, and these two midwives help them during delivery. So what happens is the king of Egypt summons them and says, hey, I know you guys are midwives, so during the childbirth it says that the women sit on a delivery stool, and if you see if it's a baby boy, kill him, but if it's a girl, let her live. The Bible says in verse 17 that the midwives actually feared God, so they did not do what the king asked them to do, and they let the boys also live, the boy children. So when the king summons them and asks them, why did you not do as I said? And look at the wisdom that God has bestowed on the midwives. It is very apparent that the slaves, they were doing a lot of physical labor, which would be the Israelite women, and at that point God gives them such wisdom to give an apt answer to the king, and they say that the Hebrew women are not like Egyptian women, they are strong and give birth before the midwives arrive. So it actually says because how they behaved, God was kind to them, and people increased, and it says they became even more numerous, and also because they feared God, God was kind to them, and he also gave them their own families. The Bible says because the midwives feared God, he gave them families of their own, and he was kind to the midwives. And this is something that just amazes me. Think about, you are being told by the king, and since these two women were also Hebrews, they were also essentially slaves. And to defy the king, knowing that he'll find out if there are still boy babies coming after they attend a delivery, to have the courage to actually do what only would please the Lord and not the king, and to defy an open order from the king. But when asked, answer with such wisdom. Because of that, they were blessed. And it is easy for us from this side to say, oh, they did the right thing. But if we are put in a situation, how would you and I react? So these two women are also one of my favorite characters in the Bible. I think I'll continue this in the next episode also, talk about few other favorite characters. And don't forget to check out the lordsdelight.com blog, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.